let's start first with Trump trying to order the Senate to stay in DC until the Save America Act passes or they terminate the filibuster. Joe, I'm going to start with you. You have been around for a long time. There's always tension between a president and Congress, even when they're both from the same party. But I mean, Donald Trump has taken an extremely heavy hand with Congress. And this is pretty unprecedented, where he's basically telling John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader, what to do. Do you think this is going to backfire?
Well, generally, what's happened in the past is they bow and do whatever he says. So it's actually pretty significant. It just shows how outside the bounds here that the votes aren't there. I don't think to do either one of these things. Not from Democrats. I mean, they don't have the votes within his MAGA Republican Senate. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm much more interested, Matthew, in what you're thinking about all this. You know that the party, the inner workings over there better than I do, but it doesn't seem to me that this is going to work for Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. I still hesitate to say that the Republicans won't fold like a cheap tent.
Right. Exactly.
Because that's what they've done consistently, even when. But I noticed that, John Thune, the majority leader, has basically said, I don't know what he wants. Basically said, I don't know what he wants us to do. There's no vote. The votes aren't there. We've put it on the floor that we know the votes aren't there. And then I noticed today that one of the senators on the committee to vote on the AG said that they're likely to postpone the vote because he didn't think the votes were there right now on the committee. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, at some point, it's hard to twist arms of people that you've come out against, I mean, and Tom Tillis and John Cornyn, but I don't know what their, post-politics plan is, but I think as of right now, it looks bad for Trump, but again, I can't, there's no guarantee that the Republican caucus won't fold again.
So why has this become the end-all be-all for Donald Trump, where he did not sign that housing bill that passed with bipartisan support? For a while, he was saying that he wouldn't even take any more action, trying to get funding for the Iran war. Why is it the Save America or bust for him, Joe?
Well, I mean, it's actually the same thing that's making him not be able to have the votes. It's that he needs to do this to steal the election. And none of the people who are, I mean, the 4 or 5 votes that are like not going to do this don't want to be part of that. And part of the reason is everybody standing on the Republican side right now in the House and the Senate knows there's a good chance many of them are going to go out the window in November, particularly if they do something like this. So I think it's kind of like he's trying to get they are already have to be scared. I mean, for the first time, what you're seeing is they've always been afraid of him, and they've been afraid of being primaried because of him. Now the problem is they're starting to look at a general election, and what's happening is they're suddenly afraid of general election voters, not their primary voters, and he doesn't help them there. And voting to help him, mess up mail ballots or the save, all this stuff that's buried in there is not something that preserves them. And also, he's purged so many of them. I mean, Cornyn and others who are on their way out, literally serving the very last days, including Mitch McConnell, who, even if he showed up, he's one of the votes who wouldn't be doing this, and there's no signs that he's able to show up or can speak. And so you have Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, asking him to literally verbally put out a statement saying, I'm okay, or resign. All this is, but I do think that this whole McConnell thing actually adds to the problem. Where do you get votes to confirm the AG? Where do you get the vote? It's that close right now. And certainly Lindsey Graham's sister is now serving in that seat. But I'm not sure that most of the people who are sort of like now in their last days, I don't think are going to walk the plank for him. Some of them are ticked off at him, frankly. And then you got the problem of the people who are on the bubble, like Hinson in Iowa and other places. Now, she's been out there bragging about her endorsement from Donald Trump. It's not doing her any good. And I think if she votes for this, maybe helps her with the MAGA base. But frankly, having been out in Iowa, the independents and everybody else will say, you're out of here. So that's why I don't think he can pull the votes together.
Yeah, and this to me reminds me of all the things we heard in 2024 about why was Trump running again for president in 2024. And part of the rationale was if he runs and wins, he's not going to get indicted for all of the stuff that he should have been indicted for. And I think he's a cornered dog. And the Save America Act is because if the Democrats in any normal election would win and have a rather large majority in the House, the Senate, I think, is up in the air. And so he knows what that means. He knows he'll be in constant investigation, for justifiably so, for all of the stuff, the war, the tariff, everything. I mean, all of the grift, all of the things that he's done. And so I think I think deep down he knows that if the Democrats win and he's not done nothing to change the poll numbers, he continues to act the way he's always acted. And we can talk for a sec about his poll numbers today, which are just deplorable. This what he thinks is his only way out of the box that he's faced with.